before the soldiers allowed the convoy to leave. Arua, a looter's town without electricity, water, telephones, mail, hospitals, schools. No government, no people, no hope.
Brian Barron reporting there on the latest troubles being faced by an already hard-hit nation of people. For the first time ever, a proper law is on the way to control Britain's zoos. It goes to Parliament tomorrow for final approval. And John Blackburn, the MP responsible, said he's now certain it'll go ahead. That'll mean all the zoos in Britain will have to have a licence, and they'll be regularly inspected to make sure the animals are in good condition. Here's a report from Paul.
Animal experts have been campaigning for years for stricter controls over zoos. There've been no standard set for the way animals should be kept, no official checks on their well-being, and no records of how many zoos exist. Although many of our big zoos, like this one at Regent's Park in London, take great care of their animals, there's no way of making sure everyone does the same. These new moves will mean that anyone who keeps animals in captivity and shows them to the public for more than 7 days a year will have to have a licence from the government. To get one, all their animals will go through regular inspections from experts. It should mean that in future everyone will see well cared for animals at whatever zoo they visit.
And now tennis, and there were some dramas at Wimbledon this afternoon. The first was the arrival of a surprise visitor. In a moment, the surprise was the arrival of a visitor. No one expected Lady Diana to be at the tournament today, but the 14,000-strong crowd were delighted and gave the future Princess of Wales a warm reception. They cheered and clapped as she took her place in the royal box. The second drama came during play itself. American John McEnroe was playing Australian Rod Frawley. McEnroe, who was in trouble last week, was officially disciplined by the umpire for unsportsmanlike behaviour.
Mr. McEnroe, the ball was good. You were hindered.
And that wasn't the end of it. Play continued, but after an argument in the third set, the referee had to be called in when McEnroe was given a second warning. He conferred with the umpire, but McEnroe continued to argue.
Somebody to fetch Fred, who's now appeared. Referee of the championships. He really should only be sent for on a matter of law.
Well, McEnroe lost that game, but he went on to win the match, and he'll meet either Borg or Connors in the final. And that's all from Newsround today. See you again on Monday. Until then, bye-bye.
Tomorrow on BBC One, the best of Horses Galore. Susan King presents a special selection of your favourite films from previous series, which includes a look at these majestic, purebred Arabian horses, originally raised for Arab princes to ride into desert wars. Then there's a visit to the beautiful Castle Leslie, a residential holiday centre in Ireland, where you can enjoy miles of cross-country riding over carefully prepared routes with the added benefit of some breathtaking scenery. And the speed, skill and precision of the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery, whose splendid public displays are the result of many hours of painstaking rehearsal, as Susan King discovers in The Best of Horses Galore, tomorrow at 5:10 on BBC One.
Now, a new series of We Are the Champions.
Welcome. Welcome to a brand new series of We Are the Champions. We've come to Larne in Northern Ireland, and you can probably hear the ferries in the background sounding their foghorns. It's been a bit foggy, but now the sun is shining to get us underway with our new series. If you look across the Irish Sea, which is just around the corner from here, you can probably see across to Scotland, to Campbelltown, where we'll be going in this series. We're also going to Nuneaton, we're going to Plymouth, we're going to Astrad Rhondda in South Wales, and we're going to Oswestry for the semi-finals and finals. However, we're underway with Northern Ireland here in Larne, so let's meet the competitors. First, the team that comes from just down the coast in Carrickfergus. And they are Nicola Gower, Kerry Hay, Wendy Workman, Ian Banks, Jim Patterson, and Geoffrey Cromie. They're wearing yellow T-shirts with a blue triangle, and they're the team from Downshire School. And next, from here in Larne, we have Sharon Bradley, Vicky King, Roslyn McCauley, Danny Highlands, Thomas McCourt, and Graham Bowen. They're wearing blue T-shirts with yellow circles, and they're the team from Larne High School. And lastly, our host team from just up the hill there, Joanna Connor, Kerry McCall, Alison Smith, Stephen Gorman, Damien McCloskey, and Mark McAllister. And they're wearing maroon T-shirts with a grey square, and they're the school that's St Comgall's High School. Clearly, our supporters are in good voice. And when we went around to ask what sporting celebrity they'd like to see here, it wasn't surprising that they came up with a captain of the soccer team that won the Home Counties Championship last year. It's not just Jim that can fix it, we can fix it. From Manchester United and Northern Ireland, Sammy McIlroy. Good to see you. I must say it was a terrific first choice and good of you to come, but that must have been a great moment after 66 years winning the home championship last year.
Well, everybody thought with no chance. The same, they think it every year, but it was tremendous to be captain as well.
Yeah, and you led them. Hey,
yeah,
that's smashing. What do you feel like getting your whistle all sorted? Can you handle these kids
yeah, sure.
as well as the team?
I hope so.
Our first game starts up there, Sammy. Can I get you on the line all ready to get us underway? Okay. Well, Sammy's our starter and our referee, with a game that involves running around with tyres. We hope it doesn't exhaust the team, but it is called Tired Out. Well, the scene all set for Tired Out. On the left there, St Comgall's, then Downshire in the middle, and wearing the blue, Larne High School. Sammy McIlroy all ready to get them underway.
Okay, kids, you ready?
Now St Comgall's
Steady.
on the right. Off they go. Now the first team off, that's Joanna Connor, Nicola Gower, Roslyn McCauley. They unhook their tyre, and then they have to run over the inflatable, put it on the second post, and come back again. And Nicola Gower has done well for Downshire School. Nicola's got a very good lead. She deposits the tyre, hands over, and it's Geoffrey Cromie who's next. No problem, although it's a big reach for some of these children. The inflatable slows them up a little bit. And still Downshire looking good. There's Larne on their way back, and St Comgall's. Stephen Gorman on his way. And that's Geoffrey Cromie getting back in the lead for Downshire. Oh, and he's lost his tyre, but he's found it again, and he's deposited it. And still Downshire have the lead. Off goes Wendy Workman for Downshire. Unhooks it. There they are, Downshire with the yellow and the blue triangles. She collects the tyre. And still Downshire hold this lead. They're looking good. Running over the middle part of the inflatable. Oh, she's hooked it up there. Can't quite get it over, but does now. Getting very excited. It looks like Graham Bowen. But it's still Downshire in the middle. Steve Gorman's gone well for St Comgall's. Graham Bowen did well for Larne, made up a little bit of the gap. Now, can Ian Banks hold on to this lead for Downshire? Yes, he's getting cheered on now. They're getting quite excited. He's hooked it up and he's done it well. Ian hands over to Kerry Hay. And Downshire getting very excited. Points for this, 100 for the winning team, 75 for second, 50 for third. And Downshire would love to see that start on the scoreboard. No problems there for Kerry. She's being chased by Sharon Bradley, and the Blues are closing up. And Kerry McFall from St Comgall. And look at this. The Blues are closed up, and it's now very close. Sharon Bradley did well, but Jim Patterson is away for the Yellows. Jim Patterson on his way. And he's being chased by Danny Hylands, and it's very, very close indeed. They've got to run back, and the Blues, Danny Hylands on his way back. Oh, Jim Patterson has fallen, and right on the last there, Larne High School appear to have got it from Downshire School with St Comgall's in third. So after our first race, and what a good one it was, the scoreboard begins to look like this. With 50 points, it's St Comgall's. Downshire have 75, but with an early lead of 100 points, it's Larne. So Larne have taken an early lead, and we'll see how long that lasts. They're going to need some dribbling skills in this next game, and Sammy McIlroy is giving them some training now. But our next game is called rug ball.
Okay, can you all do that? Only a bit of problem. You've got a rugby ball. Ready? Steady.
Sammy McIlroy pointing out that they've got to do it with a rugby ball. And Rosalind Macaulay for Larne has gone well. Nicola Gower, tall in the middle, and Joanna Connor for St Comgall's. And they're through. Look at that. Joanna and Nicola together. Joanna first, collects the second ball. St Comgall's going well. And hands that on to Stephen Gorman, who's waiting. There's Stephen. He starts to dribble. Nicola Gower hands over to Geoffrey Cromie. And Rosalind Macaulay hands over to Graham Bowen. There's Graham in the Blues. Blonde hair. Stephen on the far side. He's lost it a little bit. Oh, and on goes Graham. Graham for Larne High School. Tucks that rugby ball under his arm like a wing three-quarter. And suddenly, Larne have gone from third to first. And Vicky King is on her way. Vicky's done well. Oh, just lost it there. But bold dribbling is paying off. And there you can see it. It's Larne from St Comgall's from Downshire. And Vicky King leading the way. Wendy Workman bringing up, and and Alison Smith. Now, Vicky hands over to Thomas McCourt. On the right there, Larne High School. Remember, they're in the lead, and they're doing well now. Good dribbling from Larne. They've got to deposit it in that ring with their feet only. Collects his ball. This is the rugby part of rug ball. Zigzags his way back, hands over to Sharon Bradley. Nice and neat, quite cool. Take it round, Sharon, and St Comgall's in second. I think that's Kerry McFall and Kerry Hay on the course, but still it's Larne. And they're collecting their ball. There's only Danny Hylands to go, but it's close. Kerry Hay has closed the gap, and she's running back for Downshire. Kerry McFall is running back for St Comgall's. Now Danny Hylands, a little pressure building up on him. Last person in the team with a band around them. Damien McCloskey going for St Comgall's. Jim Patterson going for Downshire. He's deposited it, he's got no ball left. The team must climb onto the blocks, and they're there, are they? Yes, Larne are there, and then Downshire, and then St Comgall's.
Okay, Downshire, you're in second place. Do you think you can pull it back?
Yes!
At the minute, after 2 games, it's St Comgall's 100, Downshire 150, and in the lead, it's Larne with 200.
And what about our team in third? Are we downhearted, St Comgall's?
No!
What are we going to do for our team for the rest of the day? Cheer them on?
Yes!
Indeed we shall. St Comgall's are not downhearted, and the next game gives them a bit of a chance because it requires some thinking power. There's some running and some netball, but there is also that jigsaw that so often catches them out. They've got to make up their name and the name of We Are the Champions. And this is a big point score if they can get it back. So our next game, we're all ready. Sammy's ready for it at the start line. It's called Net Jig.
Ready, kids? Ready, steady.
And off they go. Net Jig. Nicola Gower quickly away. Oh, and she misses. That's surprising. And they've all missed. First, oh, look at that! Hovering around all these netball players, and suddenly the Blues are away. Rosalind McCauley got away first. She's got her piece, but Joanna Connor for St Comgall's has got them a good start. First piece of the jigsaw retrieved. Jeffrey Cromie is on his way. Graham Bowen's on his way. Stephen Gorman's on his way. Stephen. And Jeffrey Cromie. Jeffrey and Stephen together. Stephen on the far side. He's out just about first. And St Comgall's just leading. And Alison Smith. Oh, they've missed. That was Downshire missing. Alison is collecting her piece. Oh, the Blues are missing. Right, 3 yellows in. 3 reds in. And now the Blues. Back they come. Is that Mark McAllister of St Comgall's? Yes, 4 Blues on the far side, and St Comgall's are holding out. Now, can they get the jigsaw sorted? That piece of jigsaw getting caught up in the net. It's a large piece that he's got, but he's done well. Look at this. This is Thomas McCourt. The Blues are on their way. Larne High School, the leading school, have closed the gap. And this is that Ian Banks, I think it's Ian. Yes, he's on his way back. Now the Blues still chasing St Comgall's. St Comgall's on the far side. That's Sharon Bradley chasing Kerry McFall. Kerry's on his way out, but so too is Sharon. Kerry, and the last one is Damon McCluskey. Now, come on, Damon. They need your points. All the balls are in. Now, if St Comgall's can get their jigsaw sorted, it's got a long way to go for his bit of jigsaw. It's Kenny Hay. There's still Jim Patterson to go for Downshire, but Damon's the last one on his way back. St Comgall's. Now, have they got it up? Oh, get it sorted. St Comgall's are there. St Comgall's, he can't get his bit of jigsaw. Yes, he is. Then the Blues of Larne. Come on. And at last, Downshire School get themselves back. Sammy McIlroy with them there, just checking that their jigsaw is complete. And now to the scoreboard. Well, a good win that for St Comgall's, and it makes for an interesting scoreboard because they, with Downshire, now have 200 points, and that lessens the lead, but in the lead with 275, it's still Larne.
What age were you when you first started playing football?
Well, I can remember myself sort of like kicking a ball about when I was 9 at a primary school, and just went on from there.
When did you score your first goal for Manchester United?
It was in that game, my debut against Manchester City in a 3-3 draw. I scored the first goal.
When you first joined for Manchester United, who gave you your most confidence?
Well, when I first went there in '69, there was a lot of players there like George Best, Paddy Crowran, people like this, and once Paddy Crowran stopped playing football, he went on to the coaching side of it, and he helped me quite a lot.
For all the honours you have won, which one do you prize most?
Well, I think it's got to be the FA Cup medal, winners' medal against Liverpool. They were the team of the year that year, and everybody thought that they would beat Manchester United, but we won it, and it was a tremendous achievement.
Where did you think Dave Sexton went wrong?
That's a very good question to ask, but I feel he was there 4 years, and he stated when he came to the club that he would like to win something in those first 3 years that he was there. Although he came very close on a number of occasions, he didn't do it. So I think the board sort of wanted a change to see if we could win something.
What will you do when you retire?
Well, what I would like to do really is I would like to coach some young kids to play football. It gives me great pleasure to watch kids play, and I'd like to help them out in any way I could.
Well, as you can see, we've moved inside into Larne's magnificent swimming pool for our water games this afternoon. 2 important games to come, with the scores standing at Downshire and St Comgall's on 200, Larne in the lead with 275. We're all set to go. Our rafts are out. Our inflated tyres are already out for the first game. But, Sammy, I wonder, do you predict any winners so far? I know Larne are leading.
Yeah, well, I've just been talking to the Larne team, and they're pretty happy in the water, and I'm going to stick with them.
Are you? Larne in their own pool, favoured to win. Sammy, you're ready to get us started from that end. As a matter of fact, there are bonus points in the first game, and this is going to prove interesting, because you can score extra points if you can manage to land a soccer ball inside one of the tyres. But you've got to do that whilst balanced on top of one of the floating rafts. The first game, then, is called Bald Tyre.
Ready, steady.
Well, Nicola Gower getting away after 1 false start, but look at that, Joanna Connor for St Comgall's. Joanna pushing the ball ahead of her and swimming so well. Now, can she climb on the raft and keep the ball? That's the key. As soon as she pops it in, oh, she's got a good start. A very good start for St Comgall's. Rosalind McCauley, here nearest to us in blue, throws a ball and away she goes. Nicola has still got to get hers, but already Stephen Gorman for St Comgall's, pushing the red ball ahead of him, is in the lead. Helps himself onto the raft. Oh, getting very exciting. Goes for it and gets his 10 extra points. And the Reds looking good as the Blues, through Graham Bowen, Larne High School, goes to climb on the raft. Jeffrey Cromie is after him, but he's in, and Graham Bowen is on his way back as Alison Smith for St Comgall's leads the way. And St Comgall's, got he won one race, oh, she's lost it. She's got to go back, and the gap is being closed on her. Graham Bowen's coming up. He's thrashing up the pool. The Blues are chasing the Reds, and Alison having trouble with her ball. She can't get it, and she's got to go back for it, and Alison's had all sorts of trouble. Vicky King it is. Vicky King and Wendy Workman. Vicky King in blue, Wendy Workman in the middle. Now, come on, Alison, just throw the ball and get back. She does. Vicky has thrown. Wendy's on the raft. Wendy throws and goes back. And look at that, the gap has been closed as Mark McAllister leads St Comgall's. They've still got a lead, but that lead has been whittled down. He's up to the raft. It's all about keeping possession of the ball. Thomas McCourt is chasing him. Jim Patterson chasing him. Goes for a good shot. Finds it. It's a marvellous shot. Mark McAllister scored with that on his way back. Now, that's a good shot too. Tom McCourt scored his 10. Jim Patterson on the raft. Up comes Kerry McFall. Kerry in the striped hat, pushing the red ball. Oh, she's done well. Pulls herself on. Nicely done. Goes for the tire. Sharon being chased by Kerry Hay. Sharon Bradley on the raft. Oh, it bounces out and in again. Good one for Sharon. As Damien McCluskey closes for St Comgall's, and St Comgall's are really getting excited if he can win it. Mustn't lose the ball. Mustn't look at the Blues. Danny Highlands is chasing. Right, get back, Damien. Get back, and he looks to be first. The Yellows have lost their ball, that's Ian Banks. St Comgall's are on their way back. Danny Highlands for Larne High School on his way back. Ian Banks on their way back, but St Comgall's are there. St Comgall's first. Oh, the Yellows out of the water second. The Blues out of the water third.
Swept that last game. St Comgall's were first with 40 bonus points. Downshire was second with 30 bonus points, and Larne were third with 50 bonus points. Now that leaves a table at Downshire 350, St Comgall's 390, and still in the lead, Larne with 415.
Terrifically exciting though, that last
Tremendous,
one.
really nice, yeah, great.
And a nice sporting atmosphere.
Tremendous, what a day out it's been to see kids enjoying themselves like this.
Yeah.
Really
Well,
good.
Where do you go from here, Sammy?
Well, I go back to Manchester, then I report with Northern Ireland when I get the word.
Okay, we'll have another marvellous, successful season.
Thanks very
Would
much,
you like to
sir.
go to the start, get us underway? Okay, so to determine who represents Northern Ireland in the semi-finals or finals at Oswestry, we have the final game. And it involves rubber rings on their arms. They can carry them whichever way they can, but it's a very exciting game. You can see from the scoreboard, everything is determined on this, and it's called Rings Away.
Steady, steady.
Now the final event, where St Congles or Larne could win this. They've got to go pushing their surfboard and get, and another good start by St Congles. They've got to get the surfboard back. They can swim with it, push it, pull it, float on it, surf on it, get it back, but they've got to get 6 of those rubber rings into their dinghy. And off goes Stephen Gorman, having had that good start from Joanna Connor. But Kerry Hay has done well and has handed over to Geoffrey Cromie for downshare, and the yellows are up with the reds. That's just about in. Yellows are on their way. Larne are having a hard time. Graham Bowen is back at the moment. There he is. Graham battling on. The reds just ahead, and Alison Smith going for St Congles now. In the water goes Wendy Workman for downshare. But the reds head down, battling. They've got to push that one in. He just about gets it in there, but they're perched precariously. The yellows, that's downshare. Wendy's done well. The red get their surfboard back. It will be the first team back on shore with surfboard ahead. And there's Mark McAllister leading for St Congles. And he's ahead of Jim Patterson. And Jim Patterson is doing well. On or in is okay. Vicky King has just handed over to Thomas McCourt. And Thomas on his way, but the Reds leading. There's Thomas trying to make up for the Blues. And Larne, who led all morning, now find themselves falling behind as Kerry McPhail there. Kerry McFall puts her ring in, and her supporters are going wild. Nicola Gower for Downshire in the middle, there she is, has fallen back a bit, and Damien McCloskey for St Congles. The host school are in the lead. We've got Sharon Bradley for Larne, but oh look, it's come off, Damien's come off. Damien, you got to go back. He's just heard in time. He's got to get it back. The supporters, they almost died of a heart attack. And now the Blues have caught up. And the Blues have caught up in second place. Danny Highlands for Larne High School. On his way against Ian Banks of Downshire. Butts and Congles are there. They are delighted. What a good effort in the pool. Larne are second, Downshire are third. And that is the scoreboard that says it all. Victory by the smallest possible margin after one of the most exciting days ever. Downshire finished with 440. Larne, who led, well, for most part of the day, 535. But the winners, with 540 points, just 5 points in it, St Congles. Well, you can imagine there's tremendous excitement as they prepare to go to the final stages at Oswestry. We have to thank them, for they have been our hosts for the day. And we have to thank Larne for this marvellous swimming pool and the use of it, which has cooled us off magnificently. But surely the biggest cheer of the day will be for our celebrity guest, Mr. Sammy McIlroy. Many thanks indeed. Okay, so we've just one final instruction. We hope that you're going to join us at Nuneaton for our next programme. We've had a fabulous day here today, but the one instruction we always finish We Are the Champions with is, away you go!